Hey there. So today we're going to be taking a look at the TTArtisan 50mm f2 lens. It's a manual focus lens. It opens all the way up to f2. It's lightweight, it's very bright, and it only comes in under $80. Now, this is something to keep in mind when you're looking at this lens. And the reason I wanted to talk about it is because I recently picked this lens up, and for the price and for the performance, I think there is a lot of good things to say about this lens. So let's get into it. So the reason that I bought this lens is that I have been experimenting a lot with the Leica ecosystem and their cameras, and I've really grown partial to the SL line of cameras and seeing how they pair well with M lenses. And so I had the idea that while I am saving up and working towards a Leica SL camera and M lenses, why don't I take the same concepts and the same ideas and use them on my current bodies and see how I feel about that, and kind of get an idea of how that would feel and mimic that feeling of using a tactical experience with a manual focus lens. And so I ended up picking out this lens, the TTArtisan 50mm f2, and that was because of the reasons that I said before. It's lightweight, it's small, and it comes in multiple mounts. So I'm using this on an E-mount body right now, which you're seeing for video, and I really like how the image renders, and that's something that I've been really thoughtful of when I think of how much AI slop is being produced right now, and AI imagery and AI flyers. I wanted to move into a direction that was opposite of that. And so when I think about using my tools intentionally and I create images using my cameras, I would love to just do film constantly and keep it really analog, but that is quite expensive. And I do like the ability to get instant feedback with a digital camera and being able to look at my files and work with them and upload them and just refine my process very, very quickly that way. And so having this lens allows me to do that. It allows me to have that SL experience, but in what I have already, as I work towards the SL line and the M glass. One thing that is really cool about this lens is its separation, so that because it opens all the way to f2, when you have your critical focus on your subject, it really blurs the background really nicely. I love how that looks, and it just adds this nice character to it. The lens feels like it renders a little bit on the warmer side. So for me, who's usually doing portraits, a lot of documentary work, that is perfect for me. And I really like that this is a manual lens. It forces me to slow down. It forces me to be more observant. And unlike my autofocus lenses that I do use for my paid commercial work, I find that using this lens for just my daily street photography is very relaxing. It allows me to be more present in the moment. And because of that, I am observing more. I'm paying more attention to the things and people around me as I look for my next frame or I compose my next shot. So one of the places that I've been taking this lens a lot lately is Bethesda, specifically Bethesda Row. It is a nice mix of streets, but it's not so narrow like New York streets where everything is kind of on top of each other, which is some of the charm of New York and shooting in New York. But I do like that there's a little bit more room to move about. And because that this lens is so small, it makes the setup very compact. And since it's very compact, then it is a little bit more discreet. It's easier for me to walk around, get a portrait of somebody on the street, and keep moving without drawing too much attention to myself. I really like that aspect of the setup. And with the way that, it works, especially during golden hour, where it flares very nicely, sometimes a little bit too easy easily is something that I keep in mind, but it does add a nice glow to the images. I really find that I am drawn to 50 millimeters as a, standard focal length. Yes, it is, a very popular focal length for a reason. Is very native to what your eye sees, but I find that as somebody who loves to do portraits but also loves to do street, it does a nice balance of allowing me to get the shots of people without having anything of the environment cut off too much. I like 35 and I use 35 on occasion, but 50 feels very nice. And something that I'd love to explore is checking out a 75. I've used that as well, and I think that would be a good fit. But for, walking around day to day, something light, something that stays out of the way, I find that the TTArtisan 50mm f2 really does the job well, especially in this black paint. Black on black, it just is stealthy, it stays out the way, and it's just very discreet. I keep it with me. I do my zone focusing that I've learned from the classes down at the Leica store in DC, and it just allows me to just stay agile and stay in the moment. So if we're looking at the good and the bad things about this lens, good, it is only $80. It's hard to beat the price there unless you're willing to pay more, and if you're willing to pay more, you're looking for a different class of lens in general. For $80, this lens looks really good for what it is. And when you stop down to like f4, f5.6, it gets really sharp. So if you're looking for, the sharpest lens, this isn't going to be it. If you're looking for a lens that has some warmth to it, this could be what you're looking for. If you're looking for a lens that is absolutely perfect, color renditions perfect, all, the bells and whistles, this is not going to be the lens for you. But if you're looking for a lens that is lightweight, that is very fun to work with, and is very minimal, and it just allows you to be more present in what you're taking photos of, then I think this could be a good fit. And then you add on the fact that it's only $80, and it's a steal. It's a steal of a lens, and I think that if you want, just a lens to have fun with and be your daily lens, this could be a really good contender for it. I'm using it on E-mount right now, but it is available on different mounts, so I will leave a link in the description to where you can get yours. I got mine at B&H, and so that's where I'm going to link it to there. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If so, be sure to hit like on the way out. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to hit subscribe. My name is Chris. I am Creaseworks everywhere online, and you can see more videos like this in the future. Until next one.